Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our Happy Friday show. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being with us this early on a Friday. It's our Happy Friday show now 2 hours earlier than normal. Say hi to Mr. HP. He is,
Hi,
of course,
everybody.
he's the reason why we're early. He's got rehearsal.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you for being here, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Hit those thumbs up and hearts. We love to see that throughout the show. And remember to subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube. Head over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel because that's where we'll be this coming week with our shows. You want to make sure you subscribe and click that notification button so you will be notified whenever we go live. So happy Friday, everybody. It is one more sleep until our Phoenix Quilt Along. So, of course, our cocktail of the day is the Phoenix cocktail. So what's in the Phoenix cocktail? I put the recipe up on the blog a couple of days ago, but in here I have coconut rum. And by the way, coconut is our flavor of the month. And then there's a little bit of dark rum for that depth, some ginger liqueur, lime juice, pineapple juice, and then we do a little bit of magic with some grenadine and sparkling water. So I wanted to show you how I make this. So you mix all of the liquors and the juices except the grenadine and the sparkling water. You just put that in a glass with your ice, and then you pour as much of the grenadine as you want. I don't put a lot normally in mine. I put a little more than normal because it's pretty. And you just kind of pour it on the side so it sinks to the bottom. So it's really dark red on the bottom, and then it kind of has that ombre effect into the juices. And then you can put the sparkling water on top so you have an ombre drink. But key thing, so this is called Phoenix, so we're going to make Phoenix rise. So we're going to stir it up before you drink because otherwise, if you have your straw at the bottom, all you'll taste is grenadine. And then there's water up here. So we're going to just stir it up and watch Phoenix rise as we stir it up. And you get a really pretty colored drink. See?
Nice.
Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Phoenix Day tomorrow.
Mine is gone. Something happened.
What? I literally gave it to him 3 minutes ago.
Phoenix rose right out of the glass.
He rose and up into your mouth. Too bad for you. It is very tasty. I wanted something fruity because, of course, this is our cocktail for tomorrow. Kind of a day drink, so nothing too heavy. And if you want to make it non-alcoholic, it's very, very easy. Leave out the rum. And you know what? You can get sparkling water that's coconut flavored. That is key. And then just use the pineapple juice, a little bit of lime juice. And then you can do a mix of ginger beer and the coconut sparkling water. And you pretty much have the same exact flavor. So check that out. It's really easy to do. So, all right. I think I wanted to dedicate this show pretty much to the Phoenix Quilt Along. If you've been planning to participate with us, you probably purchased your Phoenix pattern already. So this morning, the full pattern was in your account. And if you are new and don't know what we're talking about a Phoenix Quilt Along that's going to take place tomorrow, the best place to go is head on over to the blog, gequiltdesigns.com, and click on the blog tab and find the Phoenix Quilt Along blog post. It's not the newest post because we keep adding to it. So you have to just go find the Phoenix blog post and check it out. And while you're there in the blog, we just posted a new blog yesterday. So on Tuesday, I did a fabric pull for Bonnie Hunter's Mystery. That's coming up and starts usually over Thanksgiving. And so I took photos of my fabric pulls. I took photos of my imaginary rhododendron trail, which is the name of her mystery. So you can find all of the fabrics there and the information, our basic bundles and things like that. So check that out while you're there. All right, so on the blog, back on the blog, you'll find the cocktail recipe. You find a little link to food recipes just for fun. Of course, don't have to make those. That's just for fun, including a really good dip to use with chips. one of my favorites. It's really weird ingredients, and people look at it and say, really? You put all these things together? But just trust me, it's delicious. And then there's also the playlist. Mr. HP put together a playlist for the Phoenix Quilt Along.
It's great. Oh,
Yes.
It's great.
It's a great playlist. They're already saying it's the best one yet.
Oh, my goodness.
But, you know, there might be some of the same songs. Some of our favorites are showing up again and again. I had to make sure there was a few Michael Jackson songs.
Always Michael Jackson.
Yes, have to be. At least a couple. At least a couple.
You can't.
Huh?
Well, when you put the classics in there, you don't miss.
No.
You know?
And there's a lot of classics.
Yeah.
Oldies. I mean, there's 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and even brand new music. But the theme of the Phoenix Day tomorrow is going to be, of course, I chose Phoenix because we're going to rise up. So the first song of the playlist is Rise Up by Andra Day. I love that song. We're going to rise up and above out of our challenging year and a half that we've had. And rising up and above doesn't mean that we're through it all and, you know, everything is back to normal, back to where it was. We're going to rise above and embrace our new normal, our new life, because there's probably a lot of positives that have happened. We got to spend a lot more time in our sewing rooms, and thanks to you all, spent a lot of time with us here and doing all the shenanigan quilt-alongs that we've been doing. So embrace the new normal, the new life, and be thankful for all the positive changes that have happened in your life, possibly. And then, you know, one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to celebrate some of the things I missed out on in 2020. So there may have been things that you were a little bit frustrated about and you kind of had that negative energy because you were just bummed, but you missed out on certain things. So I'm going to choose 5 things because we have 5 segments. I'm going to choose 5 things and celebrate each one, because then I can celebrate it and then let it go. Release all the negative energy that maybe I was holding on to because we missed out on something here and there and here and there. Anyways, I'm going to talk about that a little later, but first off, I want to go through some of the details on finding your thing. So your pattern was in your account this morning. So all you do is log into your account on gequiltdesigns.com, log in, find My Downloadable Files, click on that, find Phoenix, and there will be a new PDF there that is called G Designs Phoenix. And so click on that. That's the full pattern. You will get 8 times you can download the pattern. But please download it and find it on your computer. Don't always go to the account to look at it, because every time you look at it, you download it to your device. So we've talked about this before, but we're still getting tons of emails about it. How to find the cutting video, it's in your account. You just scroll down from the PDFs and your video will be right there. You can view the video as many times as you want. There's no limit on how many times you can view it. You are just streaming it straight from your account. You cannot download it. They're too big, so you have to stream it from your account. All right, so if you're getting any kind of playback issues, that's usually connected to your internet connection. So check on that. If you're having some other kind of error messages, try a different browser, because the files are good. We know that. All right.
Some people are all printed and ready to go.
Yes, I know that. And I want to say this. I will be going through the whole pattern with you guys tomorrow, sewing along the way. So I will not, I repeat, I will not be answering any questions on the pattern today. If you send me emails, if you post in the crew, it's going to be deleted, because first off, it's a purchase pattern, so you don't want to post measurements or any kind of information on social media. We just don't do that. If you have specific questions, you can email me, but if it's about the pattern that you got this morning or steps in the pattern, I won't answer it, because I want you to watch the videos that we'll go through tomorrow. And if you still have questions after tomorrow, yes, of course I will answer your questions, but please hold off. Please, please, please. If you are not able to sew with us tomorrow and you wanted to get a head start on your Phoenix, That's totally up to you. Totally fine. But please don't post it on the crew or post it on social media yet. Let's have this day together, and you can post all your progress tomorrow or after. All right? It's just more fun when we feel like we're all doing this together, even though we may not. But it just kind of adds to the camaraderie, and even though we're all virtual, it adds that extra little connection. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense? Yay! Okay. Is that all the things I wanted to talk about? Let's take some questions. Do you have questions? There lots of people ready to sew. Okay, and somebody said had issues and then restarted it on their iPad and it was all good. So yeah, you know, try different things. Don't just sit in front of something that's not working and think that it's not working. You know, try different things. We do that all the time if we're sewing something is not working, we try again. We don't just quit, do we? Do we? No. Okay. Donna says, if it wasn't for COVID, I may not have made as many quilts or found this group, so I'm thankful for COVID. Yes, exactly. We got to find the positive. That is how I live my life. I live in the positive. Any challenge, you have to tackle it right on and either figure out a way to go around that wall or that challenge or through it. Because if you get through it, you've learned something, you figured out something, and you stay in the positive. All right? Okay. Will there be, Jonette has a question. Will there be a sign on tomorrow to watch the live broadcast? So the live broadcast tomorrow will be on YouTube and Facebook, just like the shows. So we will go live starting at 9 a.m. and then 11, 1, 3, and 5. This is all Central Standard Time. So if you make sure that you go either to, if you're going to watch on YouTube, go to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell and mark it. You want all notifications. It'll pop up when we go live. It will pop up if you're signed into your account. It'll pop up on your phone, whatever you're watching. Same thing, go to our Facebook business page, which is Facebook /GE Quilt Designs. Like that page, sign up for notifications. You will be notified. If you go into Facebook on your phone or anything, there'll be a notification. GE Designs is live. So that's the easiest way to find it. Of course, the live parts will stay there. They're saved right after we go live. So you can always go back. Once we're off the air, you can go back and watch it again and again. Because there's a little hour and a half between segments. So you can go back and watch the demos over and over again after that. And they will stay available after, after the quilt-alongs, just like our other quilt-alongs.
I just posted the link in the chat for the Spotify.
Oh, on Facebook? Or on?
Yeah,
on Facebook. So Mr. HP just put the link to the Spotify playlist in one of the comments. It might be hard for them to find it there, but it's on the blog. Otherwise, if you just go to Spotify, if you have Spotify, you can just search, and it's Phoenix QAL 2021 is the name of the playlist. So if you just search for that, it'll come up as a playlist, and we have the actual Phoenix logo, so you'll notice it. Spotify is a streaming service for music. You can have an account there with a free account. Then you just have to listen to some ads. You can also subscribe to a paid account, and you can listen to any music anytime. We love it. And you can create playlists. You can listen to other people's playlists, and it's a beautiful thing. So I think lots of you throughout our year and a half of COVID have found and loved Spotify. Okay. Anything else you see? Questions? Can we buy the pattern today? Yes, of course. Go to GE Quilt Designs. Or if you go to the blog, there's a link right there to everything. And the blog lists everything you need to do. And you won't miss a beat. You can do everything today or tomorrow morning, whenever.
Can you just do it for me?
No, I've got 2 more phoenixes in the works tomorrow.
Yay.
So I can't do it for you.
Okay, just checking.
So, okay. So some people have commitments, so happy to see the videos after. Okay, great. This is your post? This is Mr. HP's post. If there's a weird link like that, that's for the playlist. And we keep telling people don't put links in the chat because if you click on it, it'll take you away from the live feed.
GE Designs, we can do whatever we want.
Okay. Yes, the sew along can be viewed on YouTube's. Linda's asking YouTube and Facebook. All right, a few more questions. Let's look for a few more questions. Ooh, somebody's husband is gone tomorrow all day for a pickleball tournament. What?
What?
So she can sew in peace and quiet.
Nice.
Oh, I wish we could still play pickleball. It's a little too cold and windy
There's a
around
question
here
on the
now.
screen for you.
All right, what is the fabric on your right behind you? I'm going to talk about that. I have it right here. It's Midnight Magic. Finally here. Finally. Okay, I guess saw another question. I scrolled over it. Are you having special guests? You never know. You never know. We'll be having all kinds of fun things. Mostly focusing on the pattern, the fun, the theme of the Phoenix, and some great prizes and giveaways for those of you that will be with us live. Oh, somebody's asking about your gig tomorrow night.
It's a private gig.
It's a private gig. You can't go unless you're a part of that
They
group.
didn't want to go. They just want to know about it.
Yeah. Do you want to put up the names of the patterns behind me? I'm going to talk about them later, but you can put the names up. We have Casanova on the wall. We have Valerie in the corner. Casanova is in Strip Your Stash. Valerie is a single pattern. And then, of course, the Phoenix. The Phoenix. All right. So I wanted to talk more about how I'm going to celebrate this Phoenix. Or, you know, I talked about the 5 things that I really missed out on 2020, you know, starting in March 2020 and throughout that year. I feel like even though we're still in the pandemic and 2021, we've been in the pandemic all year, I think we all kind of learned to live with it. And so we had more frustrations last year.
Will there be any yoga breaks?
Yes, there will be a yoga break for sure. It'll be in our 1 o'clock segment, halfway through. I think that's a perfect time to do it. So what I wanted to, the 5 things I really missed out on. So first off, we were kicked into lockdown and quarantine in March. And as many of you know, I used to travel 180 days out of the year teaching and lecturing. So the brakes were put on. And so I had to figure out, okay, what am I doing for my business? And so luckily we had been doing these shows, you know, kind of sporadically, because it was only when I was in town I was able to do Tipsy Tuesdays. So we went full on into doing twice a week shows, the Tipsy Tuesdays and Happy Fridays. And then we were only on Facebook then. We started doing them on YouTube as well. And I decided, because I got, you know, I got grounded pretty much. A week before, I was supposed to go to South Carolina to teach for a whole week to the big state guild. And I was bummed, and the folks were bummed. So I thought to myself, I want to do something, do some kind of a class online or something that, you know, these people can, you know, at least have a little part of me, and I can feel like I'm giving some kind of instruction and things like that, which was then the Elvira Quilt Along, the first quarantine quilt along we did, and that was end of March. So that we put that together in less than 2 weeks, and it was a major success and changed everything, and just kind of made us see that we can really still connect, even though we're not in person and we're all in our own houses, kind of miserable because you can't go anywhere. But we just embraced that as quilters. Of course, we were in lockdown with all of our fabric. So that's where I started. But then following that South Carolina trip, I was supposed to head straight on a cruise ship and teach on a cruise, which of course ended up being canceled. So the first thing I'm going to celebrate tomorrow in the first segment is the first thing that I kind of missed out on, and that is spring break. Spring break, which is kind of that cruise was supposed to be a part of, and we usually do something with the kids. So I'm going to start at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'm going to celebrate my spring break 2020. I'm going to get out, celebrate it, and then I can just let it go, because all the frustrations and the kind of, oh man, I missed out on that. And actually, it was 2021 as well, because I was supposed to teach on another cruise in 2021, and I was going to bring my parents for their first ever cruise. So I'm going to let all that go and rise above, right? And look forward. There's many more spring breaks to come, and they might just be a little bit different than what we were used to back in the day before. All right, so that's my first segment. The second one, which is my 11 o'clock segment, is another thing that I love to do. As you know, I love to cook when I have the time and make cocktails and host gatherings with family and friends. And one of the things we couldn't do in 2020 was those summer barbecues, those summer big barbecues, because we were limited to a certain number of people. Everybody was nervous. And so, some of our basic ones that we've done every year, we didn't do. So I'm going to celebrate that at 11 o'clock tomorrow and let that one go.
I'm going to get the grill rolling.
Yes. All right. Number 3. Moving through the year. We just went through it this year. One of my favorite times of the year. One of my favorite events. It's the Halloween party. So, we're going to have a little Halloween party. So that's something I really miss. I really wanted to host one even this year, and I didn't do it because things are still not quite right. So we'll host a little one, and I'll let 2020 Halloween party and 2021 Halloween party just go, and then, possibly 2022 will be something even more spectacular. You never know. So I'm going to do that. And then number 4, one fun tradition connected to the holidays that I actually think is really hilarious and fun. Whether that is a gift exchange with it or anything, I'm going to call it the ugly sweater party. The holiday eat and drink and wear an ugly sweater and have fun and laugh and be jolly and bring holiday cheer. So we'll have an ugly sweater party at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
I think everybody should wear an ugly sweater.
I think y'all should find your ugly sweater and join my ugly sweater party.
Take a picture and show it.
Yeah. And then the last one, of course, I think it's only fitting in 2020 into 2021, our New Year celebrations were not probably how they normally are. Well, maybe they were. Some people just go to sleep. But I know in Iceland, we're big New Year's Eve celebrators. I love celebrating the New Year because it always brings something new. It's a way to kind of say goodbye to the year, commemorate all the great things that happened. If there were negative things that happened, let them go and look forward and set your goals or set your intention for the next year. So I think that's the perfect one to end our Phoenix so we can rise above it all. And so we're going to have Happy New Year 2021 at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Nice.
So I hope you, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down or figure out 5 things that, were really a bummer for you last year and possibly this year, things you missed out on. Of course, I had other things like family moments that we couldn't be there in person. For example, my grandmother passed away and we weren't able to go and be a part of that. But there were some positive things. They implemented virtual, so we could watch her funeral virtually and connect with our folks through Skype or FaceTime, and that's something that wasn't even available before the pandemic. So whether attending a funeral before the pandemic, I would have had to be there in person. I would have never been able to experience it virtually. So there's all these positive things that happen. So find your 5, celebrate them just personally in your own way, and then you can let them go, rise up, and celebrate the new normal. So I think that's a really fun theme. I hope you enjoy it.
It's awesome.
So tell me in the comments if you have something specific. We'd love to hear it. Something specific that you want to kind of release. We'd love to hear that. Okay, somebody's asking if there's any changes to the cutting instructions. Nope. Nope, it's all the same. This is for Phoenix. Okay, so I want to show you the Midnight Magic fabric. It came in. It's been on pre-order for a really long time. Of course, it was expected this summer or early summer. And here we are in November. And it's here. And yes, it's a Halloween line. But it's a very classic Halloween line. It's got subtle, so it's just gray, black, and orange. And it's got this subtleness to it. So there's candy corn, but they're small. There's little black cats, but they're small. So it's kind of subtle. So they can kind of hang around. It can come out early. It can go back in the closet late after Halloween, so kind of through fall. So that's kind of why I love it. I love the striking kind of factor of them. So it's a 12-piece bundle. If you pre-ordered it, that pre-order will be going out to you. Either it'll be printed today. We are sending out Color Club, so probably not today, but Monday for sure. So let me show you how the bundle is. So I kind of split it half and half. I love the oranges and the grays and black. So it's half and half orange and a gray black. So very graphic design. So as you can see, these first 3 and not necessarily anything about it is Halloween, except for the colorway, perhaps. And then the last 3 have a little touch. So we have little skulls and bones. But of course, far away you can't see them. We have the black cats. And then we have the candy corn. So this is the oranges. And then we have the grays with black. So we have the black cats and the skulls. And then the rest of them are non-Halloween connected. So we have the floral. We have the geometric with the flower. It's kind of a diagonal action to it. We have the dots. And then we have the black version of the geometric. So this is Midnight Magic. We have a couple of prints in 1 yards. We have the diagonal plaid, which is amazing. Kind of that buffalo small scale, almost a gingham plaid on the diagonal. So perfect. And then we have the background, the twinkle in the ghost color. So it's got these black, gray, and orange stars. I love this print so much. So we have this one in both 1 yards and in 3 yards as well. So that's what I use. If we look at the back again of my quilts, we have the Casanova, the small size, and the Valerie in the lap size. I made both quilts from a bundle and 3 yards of the twinkle because you need a background or a focus fabric for both of them. So I used that, and that was enough for both. And then of course the plaid for the binding. But I did pull some, if you wanted to add some basics to it, I pulled a few fabrics that would mix in here perfectly, starting with the black. So if we do just a tone on tone full on black, I would go with a Century black on blacks. Any of those would work. I love the asterisk one. It just fits with the theme. And then a little bit of black and white to fit with this, the Words to Live By in the ink. Love that one. And then we have a Spiderweb Halloween one in the Midnight, which fits in here perfectly as well. So a little bit of, if you wanted to add more Halloween to it. Then we have some grays. So I did a hue of them. We have the Chalk and Charcoal, in the charcoal color, which is perfect because it has black and gray in it. A little bit more geometric. The Prisma elements and the matte zirconia. Love that one too. Matches these grays great. And it has the white in it. And then the Jot Dot in the charcoal. Also has lights and darks in it, so it mixes in here perfectly. As for the oranges, I did canvas orange peel for a real tone on tone, but it's the same hue as you can see of orange, kind of a darker, deeper. The marble and the pumpkin, I love this one too. This was our color club last month. And then the Dimples Sinopia also was on our color club last month. So remember those gorgeous lava flow oranges? They would fit perfectly in here. So this is Midnight Magic. Midnight Magic finally here. And of course, I know Halloween is over, but you know what? It comes around every year. So you can be ahead of the curve. Ahead of the curve, have your Halloween fabric and quilts ready and done. So love that. Beautiful, beautiful classic. And I feel like this is very classic Halloween line. So it's something that doesn't get outdated. You know, sometimes there's something that's hip for a while. This one is very classic, I feel like. And to anybody's taste. So if you're thinking of gifts, this is, you know, because it's so subtle and it's just orange and black. So it's very, I think, fits anybody's taste levels. All right. So I love all the little things that you've been posting about what are the things you would celebrate. Some graduations, of course. Hey, you can have a graduation tomorrow. Let that go. FaceTime your whomever, grandchild, child that you missed the graduation.
Graduations, birthdays,
retirement parties. I see
cruises.
Yeah, cruises and trips, big time trips. Oh, somebody's gonna miss the quilt-a-thon because there's girls' weekend at the beach. Hey, I'm not mad at you for that at all. Oh, a lot of folks missed out on seeing people that were in maybe care facilities. I understand that's kind of what we missed out on with my grandmother. And just seeing family.
Of course, weddings.
Oh yeah, big time weddings. A lot of them were postponed or virtual or canceled or whatever. But you know what? They made it work. Made it work. And if I just love the couples that went through with their weddings and just made the best of it. That's the spirit. If you really want to do it, it really doesn't matter if you have the big old hoopla party. That's not what it's about, is it really? So even though it's always fun, it's fun. But if you really want to just get married, just go and, go around that roadblock. Figure it out and make the best of it, because that's what life is. You never know what's around the corner. So cheers to that, and I can't wait to hear some of your celebrations tomorrow. I will, of course, celebrate mine with accessories. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for you to fire up the grill at 11 o'clock.
Fire up the grill. Cook some stuff on there.
All right, so we were going to have our show short and sweet because I got to prep a lot tomorrow. He's got to go to rehearsal. So I wanted to show you one more thing, because I did talk about this last on the Tuesday show about if you're working with flannel, to make sure to clean your mats, clean all the little strings and the lint out of your cutting mats after cutting flannel. I shared that I have a separate mat that I use for that, but I still make sure to clean it out because I want it to last. And I use a little product to get the stuff out of my mats, and I didn't talk about it on Tuesday because I had ordered it a while ago and it was on back order for the store, and then it showed up this morning. I'm like, I think, once we speak something into the universe, it shows up. So it's this little plastic sponge. It's called Aunt Pam's Quilt Sponge. So what it is it's kind of like our kitchen sponges, but it's a little bit loftier. So can we do the overhead so I can show them? So I wanted to show you and the overhead. So it's kind of a little bit loftier. It's soft, and it's not as harsh as some of our scrubbers. But this I use to just scrub over my mat to get all the little linty things. See, I'm even getting stuff out of this one, which is not used that much. And you can really get all the fabric pieces out, just scrubbing it like this. Oh, it's really working on this one. See, I don't even see this with the eye, but I can see it once it cleans out. And then you have all your little linty pieces out of your cut marks, and then they can self-heal. So this one is really, really a great one. You can find something similar, I'm sure, but we have them in the store if you're interested. Just great. So that's what you really always want to do after if you see lint stuck in your cutting mat after a project, clean it out, because that's the way it heals. It cannot heal if you leave all the little linty and strings in there. All right.
Anything about Color Club?
Color Club is shipping today. I will be revealing the colors on Tuesday's show. Remember, Tuesday's show will only be live on YouTube because we are taking a little vacation next week. So we're going to tape it beforehand, and then it's called a premiere on YouTube. It will act like it's live, so you can comment and everything live. And then once the live is over, we will post it to Facebook. This is why we wanted everybody to head over to YouTube if you wanted to watch live this coming Tuesday. So check on that. Do you need to wet the mat cleaner? No, I use it dry to get the stuff out. Now, you want to, like, maybe a couple of times a year, take your mat and give it a warm bath or soak. So I just take it either in my bathtub or in my shower and just have warm water on it and just kind of gently rub over. You don't want to bend it in the warmth. You just want to rub over it to give it kind of a good clean. Because even though you scrub it, there might still be lint that you don't see. And you can take this with you in there too. The sponge name is called Aunt Pam's Quilt Sponge. And it's good for, like, not just mats. It's good for getting, like, dog hair off your clothes or couch or and strings out of your carpet or whatever. So it's good for a lot of cool things. Okay. So we got to finish it up with a live winner, though.
Of course we do.
Yes.
Let's see who we pick.
Okay, who is our live winner? Lori Edwards. Lori, you have won a $25 gift card. Thanks for being here and watching and commenting. $25 gift cards coming your way. Send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com. If we can't get to our emails today, it will be Monday. You will get your gift card to get ready to go shopping. So another thing I wanted to mention, the quilt sponges are they're on the website, but the other one is our lamps that I showed you. I showed you a bunch of different lamps, both travel lamps and the Sew Line lamps on Tuesday's show. If you're looking for ideas for kind of a higher end Christmas gifts or holiday gifts or just gifts to yourself, any occasion. They sold out, some of them sold out, so we got some more in stock today as well, so they're restocked. The Fold-to-Go lamp and the floor lamp, the slimline floor lamp, back in stock. All right, so Tipsy Tuesday will be, like I said, November 9th, this coming week. And on YouTube, make sure you go subscribe so you won't miss that one. And then we will not have a typical Happy Friday show this next week because we're going to be elsewhere. We're going to be elsewhere. There may be some check-ins and some videos. You never know. Never know. We'll see about that. But it will be, our next Friday show will be in 2 weeks, November 19th at 3 p.m. So, like I said.
November's almost gone by then.
Huh?
It means November will be almost done.
I know, it goes fast, doesn't it? So there may be a little check-in from vacay. Maybe just to show you our coconut flavored drink. There may be something like that. You never know. But one more sleep. We will see you tomorrow morning, hopefully 9 a.m. Central Time. If you're in a different time zone, write yourself a little cheat sheet about the times that we will be live. All the information I talked about is on the blog, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will see you in the morning, right?
You see you in the morning.
Are you starting your day with a stack and whack sandwich?
Stack and whack, everybody.
Make stack and whack at 8 o'clock and be ready to roll.
Now they're going to want to know what stack and whack is. Some people know, some people don't.
Yes. Cheers, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.